Alrighty, I wanted to go ahead and say good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when and where you are listening, and welcome to our third instance of the Data.com micro-webinar migration series. Today we'll be discussing account-based marketing and how to access the data you need to target the accounts that matter most. A couple quick house cleaning things is this is our forward-looking statement, so it's our safe harbor slide just to make sure that we're covering any content for forward-looking statements in the webinar. Also, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them into the chat window and we will be able to address them at the end of the webinar. And without further ado, I wanted to introduce your host today, and that is Erin Wright, our Senior Director of Marketing at Dun & Bradstreet. So Erin, I'll let you take it away.
Thanks, Maggie. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today as we dig in a little bit on account-based marketing. Account-based marketing is popular, and it's for good reason, too, and that's that our ABM's ROI reportedly outperforms all other B2B marketing investments. But, you know, the name is a little bit misleading because ABM is not just about marketing, and instead it's a collaboration across multiple lines of business that requires hand-holding and collaboration in order for it to be successful. And it all requires quality data. Keep access to the data you need in your Salesforce instance. Now, I'm not going to talk about the how-tos of ABM today. Instead, I want to show you how data plays a role in every step along the way to inform your planning, your segmentation, and your execution. So let's start at the beginning, and that's building out your ideal account profile. You may think you know what it looks like, but the data won't lie. Dig in and combine your customer data with trusted market data, account data, and spend time segmenting along a variety of attributes to build out that ideal profile. Start by looking at your customers' attributes and then start asking questions. You'll want to understand how many unique accounts you have, understand the firmographic attributes of those accounts like industry, revenue, employee counts, all of which you can find and enrich your data via D&B Optimizer. Some of the key data fields you'll rely on in this step include SIC codes, your NAICS codes, DUNS number to identify your unique business entities, sales volume figures, and employee counts will help along here as well. Let's move on to the next step. Now you've completed gathering the attributes for your ideal customer type. Now you need to identify your target accounts. Explore how they map to your account management or your business development team. You've got a few questions to ask here, too, as you're going through this process. You need to have that great data combined with your account details so your team knows how to get the answers to these questions. So you've got things like geography. Are your accounts mapped to your sales team? How long does that sales cycle take? And which contacts do we already know at the account? Now we'll move on to the next step, and that is to connect your target accounts to your winning strategy. Winning in this step involves bolstering those individual contacts you have within the account. This can also be called an account map. Have a look at who you know in the account, what their role is, and who else you need to consider to include in your outreach. It's not just the decision makers. Don't leave those influencers out. Match those individual people to your strategy and make sure you're building out the holistic story that you want to tell in different ways to all the people who direct or influence the account and the purchase and the buy. Data here is key to make sure you have every strategic member of that target account matched up to your approach. So the information that you need for along this step is multiple firmographic details, contact name, title, phone number, email, and those would be collected internally or acquired from Dun & Bradstreet via D&B Hoovers. We've got corporate linkage so you understand the accounts involved, and then the target company fiscal year can really drive what your strategy is and how you want to reach out to that account. So you've done a lot of work up to this point. Let's move on to the next step. And that is to personalize. You've done a lot of research up to this point. So you shouldn't be planning to go to market with a one-size-fits-all message. Instead, now is the time to have a close look at the contacts, the individual people who make up those accounts. What are they like, and what is their role? How about their role in the decision-making? What part of the message is going to resonate with them? Data attributes and insights can inform your approach here, too. Again, data plays a key role in this. You need to really have an understanding of those contacts within the account to know what makes them tick. Things like the SIC code and the job title, department name that your team has collected can inform how you're going to be messaging to them. Understanding the relationship they have across the other contacts at the account will help too, so you're really getting that personalized message. You're hitting each contact with a message that resonates with them and providing them with a connection on how the solution that you're selling is going to resonate with their day-to-day activity. Now this is where it all gets good. This is game time. So you've made great progress, and now you've got your best accounts identified, check. You've identified and gathered your target accounts, check. Connected the accounts to your strategy, great job. You've identified and personalized your message, that too, and now it's time to execute. But it's not set it and forget it. Data doesn't stop playing a role even at game time. Data quality can decay rapidly, and that's the enemy of ABM. You'll want to continually monitor the account and market changes, roll in new contacts, roll out old contacts, as you need to stay current within the account, and make sure you're in front of the folks who matter. Now you can continue to fuel Salesforce with the quality data and boost your ABM success if you migrate over to a solution, D&B Optimizer. With D&B Optimizer, you're going to ensure your continuous data hygiene, and in fact, you'll automate that data hygiene on all account records. You can help manage duplicates, find out of business records, and create those important corporate linkages, which play a huge role in ABM. You can enrich accounts and leads for ABM planning, append new fields of firmographic data, review accounts by geography, industry, and more. D&B Optimizer for Salesforce helps build strong data foundation to fuel your ABM success. And as we've seen, ABM success starts and ends with data for in-depth insight and account selection. Well, you can learn more on our data.com replacement page. You'll see that listed here on the slide. And I encourage you to have a look at how both D&B Optimizer and D&B Hoovers play a role in your account-based marketing data needs. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I look forward to further conversations.